Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Marketing Home, Marketing You. I'm your host, Barbara Savona, and I'm so happy that you guys are hanging out with me. So, last week was my first episode back after a bit of a hiatus, and we got a lot of great feedback. So, if you haven't listened to last week's episode and social media for your apartment community is a challenge, I want to invite you to go back and listen to episode 67. It was 13 different types of posts that you can use to plan out the next few months of your social media for your apartment community. So we got great feedback on it, and I just want it to be a very tactical resource. It was written in a way that the ideas will never go out of style. So even if you're listening to this months down the road, go back and check it out if social media is a challenge. Today, we're going to do something a little bit more month specific, but before we do, let's catch up. What have you guys been up to? How was your weekend? I hope that you found some time to do a little something for you, something that gets you excited. I know I've been talking a lot about how I'm really focused on health and wellness, and part of that has been just taking time to get creative outside of my normal work thing. Because for me, work could be like what I get obsessed with. And the last few years, I've really tried to incorporate new hobbies. So for example, this weekend, I made a lot of sourdough. I've been into making sourdough bread. And what I love about sourdough is that even like I try to not do too much gluten. I have a slight sensitivity, and so does my husband. In fact, most people do, even if they don't know it. But what's nice about sourdough is many people that cannot tolerate gluten can actually tolerate sourdough because of the way it is fermented. And so it's really cool and it's really fun, and you get to watch it like bubble, and it's a process. It's very relaxing. For some reason, I find playing in the dough almost as relaxing as playing in the dirt. And you guys know I love gardening. So I've been into that. If you jump on my stories, sometimes I've been sharing a little behind the scenes. The other thing, we had friends over this weekend, which was a lot of fun. And we have this 90s motorhome. So when I say it's vintage, it's one of those that has a tiger that like an artist drew on the back of it. And we bought it from this elderly couple up north. They were the original owners. They took such good care of this motorhome. I mean, there was a notebook in there with every single trip that they took, start to finish. They documented when they filled up with gas, when it got an oil change, any maintenance. I mean, these people were so meticulous. So anyway, we have it at home. And when we have friends over, a lot of times our friends will stay in the motorhome because it's really private, it's really cozy, and it gives them their own space. So Friday night, my husband and I were cleaning it up, putting new sheets and stuff on, and I had to laugh because he was like, "Hey, will you get me a sticky note to put the Wi-Fi password on here for them?" And I was like, "Sure." And I ran inside and I'm like, I'm Barbara with Sprout Marketing. I cannot leave a sticky note. That just goes against everything that I teach. So I went onto our Sprout Marketing platform and I found a cute flyer that I printed out that one of our designers made that had a spot for you to put in the user and the password for your Wi-Fi, your network. And so I printed it out, and my husband came back and he was like, "Oh, we're fancy here." So it was like we dressed it up. I put out snacks for them. I filled up the fridge like a wow fridge and made sure everything smelled good and everything was clean. And I was thinking to myself, man, my leasing days, my property management days, you just can't take that out, because I was making sure every touch point was feeling good. And when our friends left, they said they had the best night and that it was so cozy and they loved it. And they loved all the little details, which made me feel so good. So I had to come on and tell you guys that I do indeed practice what I preach. So great weekend. And now I'm so ready to dive into all the things with you guys. So I hope you found some time this last weekend, and if not, this weekend, where you can start doing things that just kind of refill your bucket after you spend the entire week giving to your residents, your team, your family. And I think it's really important, and I hope you find time for that. So now let's get to the marketing. In January of this year, we launched a magazine. So you might not be aware of that, but for our members, they always had access to a website with lots of resources, but we wanted to put it out in a way that was very visual and very time specific for the upcoming month. It was my dream to think, what could a property manager, sitting at her desk, needing to think about all the things she was going to do for the next month when it came to outreach and, events and renewals. and to have this magazine that they could virtually flip through to get ideas. And how awesome would it be if not only could they see the ideas, but then click links to where they could open the flyers, customize them, or have our team customize them. That was born through a huge Sprout team effort in January. And our members have access to this magazine where you can click the links, but our entire community has access to the free digital version where you can just browse the ideas. So if you want to follow along with me this session, I call it a session because it's going to be like a working creative juices flowing session. You can go to trysproutfree.com, and what you'll do there is you'll be able to not only look at the issue, the magazine, you'll also be able to download the calendar and get some of the free resources to put some of these ideas in place. So you can go to trysproutfree.com. So are you guys ready? Let's take a look at the magazine, and we're going to pull some ideas out, and hopefully you can find something that you can do at your community for the month of July. Let's go. Okay, so let's get some ideas going for July. This is the cover of the July issue. We are going to flip to the events section, and that starts with the calendar. You can always get the calendar at trysproutfree.com. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little larger. So for those of you just listening audio, I'll read this off as far as the save the dates. These are some upcoming dates that you can use to inspire your outreach, your retention, events, or social media posts. So on 7/7, we have World Chocolate Day. On 7/10, we have Pina Colada Day. 7/11 is Mojito Day and 7/11 Day. 7/17 is Ice Cream Day and World Emoji Day. 7/18 through the 22nd is RPM Careers Week, so that's for our industry. 7/20 is Hot Dog Day and then On-Site Teams Day. 7/24 is Drive-Through Day, and 7/30 is International Day of Friendship. And then there's also National Ice Cream Month in the month of July. We have Independence Day on the 4th of July, and then Shark Week is happening July the 24th through the 31st. So first, to get some ideas going, I want you guys to think about hosting some resident-led events. And I say hosting lightly because this is where you encourage your residents to use your community to host events that they're interested in. These are events that they probably already are doing outside, hobbies that they already have, but using your community to build a smaller community. And these are things that we suggested, like a book club or story time, a fitness club, could be like a running club specifically, or something like cycling, a sports league, a fantasy sports league, a game club, a garden club, a recipe club, or a watch party. So these are events that your residents pick, they plan and execute, and you could encourage it and kind of get it going. You could post something like, for example, saying, we'd love to start a running club. Anybody that's interested, come down this Saturday at X amount of time, and we'll, kind of set the stage for this club. Same thing. Or you could have a resident take the lead. They could even post on social media, hey, I'm Ann. I'd love to start a book club. If anybody's interested, let me know in the comments if this is something you might be interested in, and we'll set up a meeting time. Now, you could also provide refreshments for these events, or you could be completely hands-off and just provide the space for them to do it. So that's one idea. I like this because if it's resident-led, the attendance is going to be good because they're interested in it. They already are interested in it. And what's nice about this too with a resident-led event is it's smaller groups of people that can connect and form community. So it's like you're building a real strong fabric of retention with these little communities that are built into your community. Okay, let's keep it going. A few event ideas for July: an Under the Sea party, an ice cream party, Dog Days of Summer, Sunchella, a Sunchella dessert party, which is kind of a play off of Coachella, community barbecue, beer tasting event, a fruit by the pool, live music party, movies under the stars, a superhero costume party, a charity car wash, and a beach party. Now, our team put a couple of these events together, and they did it in such a beautiful way. So an Under the Sea party would be perfect for Shark Week. You could host a watch party. I mean, you could combine it in so many ways. You could do a movie where you're projecting, a movie on a building or on a projector, and you could actually have it at the swimming pool if you have the space for it. You could host all sorts of different snacks that are themed for Jaws or for Under the Sea ocean, kind of an ocean theme. So think like goldfish or shark gummies or pirate's booty. All that kind of stuff can be really fun. If you're looking at the pictures, you'll see how our team put it together here. And we've got all the different Amazon links that you can also click through to put this event together. So I think this could be really fun. You could do a movie for the kiddos that's like, Little Mermaid or Finding Nemo, or you could host, another event that is a little bit for a more mature audience. So totally up to you how you do that. And just as a reminder, if you're a Sprout member, you can always click here. When you see something that you like, you can open it up in Canva. And then you can customize it, print it, download it, do whatever you want with any of these designs. And you'll see they're just so fun, illustrated by our team. And these help to really not only invite residents to come, but you can dress it up with these great party invites and party posters, little table tents, gift tags, all that kind of good stuff. So I want to make sure that you guys are aware. Anytime you see a link, it'll open up there, or it'll be an Amazon shopping link. Okay, so another event we talked about is having an ice cream social. It's ice cream month in July, and this can be something that you either do like at the pool or as a grab and go, or you can go all out with an ice cream sundae spread. Another event is the Dog Days of Summer. So for most of us, it's felt like summer for quite a long time, but July is officially the start of summer, and this would be a great event that you do for the pet lovers. It's kind of an elevated summer-themed yappy hour. You could have a barcouterie board, so a play off of a charcuterie board, but all the treats for the dogs. Bring in the kiddie pools, let the dogs cool off, and just have treats. And these are some of my favorite designs here that our team put together. So you'll see here that there's just some fun taglines. Dog Days of Summer, moving is rough. You can really weave it into not only your event, but you can do it to your retention and your marketing and everything else. So just wanted to show you guys some of these taglines. Even this one, if they poop, you scoop. You deserve a round of applause. Get it? And potty time. So many more. Take a treat for my friends. Super cute. Great way to make an event just a little more special with these great designs. So you can learn more about membership at watchyourbusinesssprout.com. Here are some of those event invites that we talked about for those ideas. Okay, on this page, you'll find gift ideas for every lifestyle. So we wanted to put together some fun move-in gifts, no matter what your budget was. So you can browse this at Try Sprout Free for the dog lover, the cat lover, the foodie, the wine lover, the traveler, the creative, the organizer, the plant parent, and the fitness buff. Okay, skipping here, let's talk about marketing. So what are we going to do for marketing in July? We know that a lot of times it's really busy already in July. If you have enough traffic and your leases are there, you still want to do some outreach marketing to keep the buzz going so that on those slower winter months, you're still feeling that traffic coming through. So a few places to market this summer outdoors, think public parks, outdoor trails, sporting goods stores, bike shops, specialty sports shops, public transit, depending on what your local laws allow, food truck stations, farmers markets, festivals. If you're looking for pet-friendly locations, think of pet parks, pet stores, groomers, pet-friendly restaurants, and vets. And then for self-care, you've got fitness studios, gyms, hair salons, med spa, supplement stores. There's so many different kinds of medical, type of locations that are also partially for beauty and different things like that. So think about how it can play into whatever your community offers. If you're going and you're marketing pet friendly, talk about what is pet friendly at your community. If you're talking about self-care, highlight how your community elevates self-care. Or if you're going to outdoor places and people that are into outdoor living, how does your community support that? Are you near certain amenities that really promote that outdoor lifestyle? So have fun with it. Some fun pairings. I love the idea for the great outdoors, pairing it with the mini bubbles. Those are just fun, and marketing should be fun. Paw-friendly marketing for pet lovers, just send it out with a little bag of treats, some bones, or, if you're going even to the dog part, tennis balls, pets love that. My dog is crazy for that. Or self-care, tropical snacks, or, other healthy options that maybe are fun, but they feel like summer. So some ideas there for your summer marketing. All right, friends, that was just a little snippet to get the ideas flowing. Head over to trysproutfree.com. You can browse this magazine, download your calendar, and just start planning the month of July. Obviously, you're not going to do every one of these things. Just pick one or two that works for you. If you're having trouble with resident events, do little small things kind of to test. Hey, do they like this? Should we try a resident-led event or something for the pets on a small scale? And you can build up as you go. And then as far as your marketing, now you've got a few places. If you're focused on outdoor, on self-care, or pet friendly, kind of some ideas. Pair together a great flyer with a little goodie and hit the road. And as always, I hope this has been helpful, and I can't wait to see you guys next week for another episode of Marketing Home, Marketing You. See you then. Bye.